quick live to give people some information, because there's a lot of confusion when it comes down to how to obtain business credit. If you're new to my information, I drop content to help you in your credit journey, wherever you may be, either starting with new credit, establishing, finding lines of business credit, personal credit, and also what my whole theme of all that is credit is to leverage your name to create cash flow. So I also have a business channel to show you different ways on how you can make money and start your own business. So good evening, Mike Brown. Thank you so much for joining me. Everyone, if you come in, just please make sure you hit the like button here. And if you're new to the content, consider subscribing to the channel. We also, at my website, if you are a person with a number of hard inquiries, we got a free hard inquiry removal package, because hard inquiries can get you denied for business credit and also for personal lines of credit. So you can get that at my website also. So I'm going to jump into content. I won't hold you guys long. Many people reach out to me and they ask about business credit. Now, I understand there is a lot of confusion that's going around on the internet that's telling you in order to develop business credit, you need to get a number of net 30s connected to your Duns and Brad Street number and all of this to get business credit. Now, those are net 30 accounts are merchant accounts that if you do have Granger, Quill, Office Max, that you are getting products from them and just paying the bill at the end of the month on time to develop your DUNS number. But people will tell me, I'm trying to get business credit, and I'll ask them, they're starting net 30 accounts. What do you do to make money? And you have people that's been told that they just get these lines of credit and a delusion that you're just going to get a non-PG, no personal guarantee, that a bank is just going to throw money at you with no guarantee because you got a bunch of net 30s. And you just start a LLC. That they playing with y'all. Okay, a lot of these people are selling systems, and I just come basically to tell you the truth. Selling systems, and let me vet myself out. Number one, I have did audits for the insurance, workman's comp, also work with banks on the other side. So those who are really in business, those that are really in business will know what I'm referring to. Liability audits, workman's comp audits, insurance, liability, coming out to do those inspections, loss control inspections, business inspections. Okay, so I did this. So I work for the banks and the insurance when they are vetting these companies out. And if an insurance company is giving you or even securing or giving a insurance to your business, I had to come out and I will look at the fire system. If you have a restaurant, the kind of equipment, take pictures, do the report, and put my recommendations, and got paid for doing this kind of contracting, what I do for the insurance companies. So starting there, I know what they are looking for. The banking world is requiring. So number one, people have an idea. In order to start a business, you have to be incorporated. That is far from the truth. You can start a business by making money in your own name. That's it. with your own tax ID number, which or your social security number, making money. You're in business. Long as you're making money, you're in business. It's called a sole proprietorship. Okay, you could just make money in your own name and get a business loan. Point blank, period. You don't have to. When people believe about starting a business, they think you have to incorporate. Incorporation, starting an LLC, starting a S Corp, starting a C Corp is only about the protection from being sued. So limited your liability and your exposure for being sued personally, and taxation. All of this boils down to taxation for your business structure. So when you establish or incorporate a business, this is why you go to your state Department of Taxation and start the forms. So the problem with most people going for business lines of credit, you are not in business. You are not making money. Because if you were making money, you would go to your accountant and you can get tax forms, and then you can get loans, you can get credit cards just in your business structure. That's it. So let's take, for instance, you can get business credit. Say you are an Uber driver and you even get a 1099 in your own social security number with your own social. You can go to a bank, let's say Navy Federal, start a business account. They will start a business account under your own name and can apply for a business credit card. Generally, when you get a business credit card, they give you larger lines of credit than a personal credit card. All you would have to show them is what they required. If you are a sole proprietorship, which is, let's say, I'm a landlord. I could be a sole proprietorship. The house can be in my name. And I get tax write-offs. What they may want to see is my lease from my tenants, how much money. They might want to see my bank statements with those checks being deposited in my own personal business account. I don't even have to get a labeled business account, just personal checking account, showing that. And they will want to see my tax forms, Schedule E for that kind, just my tax returns. That's it. I'm a sole proprietorship. And I can get a line of credit. That's it for my business with my own social security number. Here's the second option. In your own name, you can freely call the IRS. Tax, go back, it's about taxation. Call to the IRS, get an EIN number, connect it to my name, Sherry Beckley, with an EIN number. Go to a bank with the EIN number, show them my documentations that I just named, leases, say I'm a landlord, leases, checks, the money that's going in my bank account, and use my social. They'll do a pull or PG and give me a line of credit that do not report directly to my social security number. So what that means, the EIN number, what I'm using, the activity will be linked with the EIN number. So say if they give me a $30,000 credit card under my name, business Sherry Beckley, but it's connected to my EIN number. When they approve me for the credit, they'll pull my personal credit, hard inquiry, everything is good there. So now when I get the credit card and I start using it, they'll report the balances. So if I got a $30,000 credit card, that $10,000 balance, if I use that $10,000 on that card, it will not show up to my personal credit report or score as debt. That's the benefit of that. Give me a thumbs up because I'm giving y'all free information where you're being robbed. give me a thumbs up because I got 50 something people in the room. So it helps the algorithm. You can simply take your documents and get a business line of credit like that. You don't need net 30s. Let me help you. The reason why with y'all with a LLC, say if you are a, say for me, I have an LLC. So understand, LLC, and I've been a landlord, okay? So with me, with my LLC, say if I made 80 grand in a year with the LLC, my contractors are paying my LLC, okay? Contractors, they'll pay, or what I told you about the banks, whatever service, they pay my LLC. Send me a 1099 to my LLC. This is tax season. So I take my tax documents to my accountant. My accountant will do all the deductions for that business, whether it be my car insurance, repairs to my vehicle, lunch. If I'm paying for, I'll use my debit card and my bank statements for that LLC bank account. Because if y'all don't have a bank account to your LLC, it's called piercing the corporate veil. You are not seriously in business. You have to start that business bank account. In order to open that, your articles of incorporation have to be already established with your state in the documentation. The bank's going to require that for you to open that account. So all of that, I take those statements to my accountant. They do all the deductions. Any money that's left over, it comes to me in my name as income to Sherry Beckley. Say Sherry has a rental property as a sole proprietorship. So now that income in that rental property is a business in my own name. I get deductions. So now with that $30,000, deductions for homeowners insurance, deductions for all the repairs, lawn care, windows, whatever I have, expenses, water bill, light bill, sewer, trash removal, any loss that a tenant did not pay me rent, all of that get deducted out with that income, personally accredited to me, and whatever is left over, that's my tax obligation. If there is anything left over, I might have took a loss. So with President Trump, what he did, because he was in real estate, before we could only take a loss as a real estate investor up to $25,000. Now he removed that cap. You can take a larger loss. So I could technically wash away that $30,000. So none of that $30,000 did I pay taxes on. None of that rental property money coming in did I pay taxes on until the end of the tax year. And whatever my accountant, once they hashed out the number, I will only pay taxes on the profit. If it's negative, then I don't pay taxes on it. So why is that important? Because when you apply for a line of credit for that LLC or for my sole proprietorship, they want to see certain forms connected to your tax returns. I had a person that made a comment when I post my business line of credit. Oh, good luck, you guys. They're going to want paperwork. Yeah, they want paperwork for your personal credit. They want paperwork if you're applying for a personal loan. They want to know you got a job. When you apply for a credit card, they ask you how much you make annually, or you wouldn't be lent any money. They wouldn't give you a credit card. So this is how I know where people are and they aren't. Because if you are in business, you need to know this. You have to make money. So the other part, what type of business are you? There are some lenders that just not going to lend with your type of business. Are you a consulting business? Well, in some states, if you're a consultant, you have to be registered and have paperwork. Let's say a therapist. You might have to have a degree in the medical industry. So if a bank want to lend you or want to give you a line of credit and you're a therapist, remember these banks like Bank of America is in all 50 states. They have a whole department dedicated to that. They know what requirements you need to operate as a legal business in that field in that state. Let's try this. Many a people, state of New Jersey, say you just started an LLC and you got a friend that actually have a brick and mortar business and he's letting you use the address or commercial and you're trying to get a line of credit without making money and I have a store. I have a clothing store. Every state has sales tax. Okay? So if you are in the state of New Jersey, you know what that lender want to know? Where's your form form ST50? Where's your sales tax form? Because if you're selling, you have to take that sales tax in New Jersey. If it's under $50,000 a month, you every 3 months have to file that form and send it to the state and send that sales tax money to the state. If you're a big business like ShopRite, those in the South might know Piggly Wiggly, HEB, big corporations like that have a lot of sales tax, they have to send that form and file it many a times in New Jersey every month. It depends on your revenue, on your sales tax. So if you're trying to say, well, I'm a merchant, even if you're selling clothes, well, I want a line of credit for my merchant business. Where's your sales tax form? Where's your federal form that you have to file? Your federal form 940, 941. I'm here to give y'all reality. That's all I am. I'm here because when we come in and inspect you, this is what you have to file. What you say about HEB, I just made a point that HEB, supermarkets, those that make high sales and revenue merchandise, they have to send that sales tax form and the income of the sales tax to the state every month. There's a form filing. So if you're trying to get business credit and you sitting up there lying and you ain't making no money, I got the LLC and I as a business merchandise. You know what what the lender? I want that form. Well, if you're selling, where's your sales tax form? Where's your documentation? Because there's documentation if you're in business. Nobody's just giving you a business line of credit with no documentation. Okay? Now, you can if you're making money. That's why I told y'all. If you want business line of credit, then if you don't want to post and be a personal guarantee, fintech companies are giving you lines of credit. I just did a video where Stripe, if you're making money coming through Stripe understand how much you, and I did one for PayPal. They see you're making money. They won't have you personally guarantee because they'll extend you a corporate card or corporate line of credit because they can see the money that you're going through the process servicer. So if you say, I just started a janitorial service, is there anything special I need? Now, what kind of business structure did you set it up as, the janitorial service? So you want to make sure if you're doing it in your own name, you want to make sure you keep your documentation. If it's in your own account, make sure they're paying you. Set up with a process servicer like Stripe, PayPal. I suggest Stripe because PayPal will be playing. But Stripe. And if they see that for your